welcome to another business tip from the Trades Coach, helping you to grow a more profitable business. In the last video, I introduced the topic of the working capital cycle in your business and started to look at ways of improving it or speeding it up in order so you've got more cash available in your business and allow you to sleep better at night. And we talked a bit about some tactics at the beginning of projects in order to try and get a larger lump of cash in at the beginning through asking for bigger deposits, putting more preliminary and general in there, and also maybe trying to negotiate some better terms with your suppliers. So let's look at a little bit later on in the project. So down here, when it comes down to work in progress through to the invoicing phase of the project, is the other area where you can probably look at making some good improvements in cash flow. And probably number one in this area is look at the frequency that you are invoicing out to your clients. And I have seen people that only invoice out monthly to their clients. To me, that's just not frequently enough. You should be looking at fortnightly or even weekly invoicing out to your clients. I know there's some more administration involved in doing that, but frankly, you're better off to pay somebody to do that for you and get those invoices out the door faster. That may mean that those invoices may need to be a bit smaller than normal, so you're not sort of saving stuff up. And again, yes, more administration to do that, but it's way more important to get that cash flow coming in than it is just the fact that you may spend an extra few hours or few dollars paying somebody to do these invoices for you. So certainly, frequency of invoicing, maybe breaking them up into smaller if necessary, is helpful in that area. The other area in work in progress that's absolutely vital to make sure you do is capture any variations that happen and get those invoiced out as soon as possible. Don't save those up to the end, or you may forget about invoicing them completely, and that's going to cost you profit and definitely cash. Also, the client themselves is probably going to be a little bit annoyed if they start getting all these extra bills at the end when they're possibly starting to run low on cash themselves, and whacking in more variations at the end is only going to compound that problem for them and by default you. So variations, get those billed out as fast as possible, add those to your regular invoicing sort of cycle. So once you've got these invoiced out, then you look at what terms of payment do you have with your client, and that needs to be negotiated up front, either as part of a contract discussion that you have at the beginning, or if it's just a smaller project and you're not onto that sort of full contract scenario, you should still have written terms and conditions with your client, and included in those terms and conditions should be what are the terms of payment. And 20th of the month following, I don't think is really suitable for smaller residential builders. Frankly, you're better off to try and get 5-day terms with your clients, and that's what the terms of payment is. You put an invoice into them, they've got 5 days in which to pay you. That means you need to be able to back that up with some action, and again, that's all more administration in order to do that. But again, hire somebody to get those invoices out and to chase those for you. You can still become the good cop, and you pay somebody to be the bad cop to chase the money. So that's the last sort of phase of the cash flow cycle, is really how fast is the client going to pay you and what you need to do in order to get those payments done faster. And that could even mean you may need to incentivize the client in order to pay you faster. So it may be in your best interest to look at a small discount in order to receive a 5-day payment, rather than they lose that discount if they take it through more than a week or two. So, and there are actually lots of other little tweaks that you can make in working in this working capital cycle to improve it. I've just given you a handful to work on, and I think if you can implement some of those, I think you'll find that that money coming in will just give you that extra kind of level of comfort and maneuverability in your business, and again allow you to sleep better at night. And clients that I work with, I've got a list of over 20 different ways to improve that working capital cycle. But if you can implement those few that I've given you, then I'm sure you'll be better off. So hopefully you found that interesting, and I will look forward to talking to you again in the next video.